Hello there, and thank you for tuning in for another report on the Trump dossier. This is Company Intelligence Report 2016-097-97. Russia-U.S. presidential election, Kremlin concern that political fallout from the DNC email hacking affair spiraling out of control. It's dated 30th of July 2016. I must say before I read the summary and the detail that this report was very surprising to me because it seemed not at all predictable. It does not seem to be anything specifically aimed against Trump. It provides all sorts of fascinating information about what was going on in the Kremlin, with Putin specifically. And I think that because this is not what the Germans would call tendential, or it doesn't have tendence, that is, it doesn't seem to be deliberately cooked up to be against Trump, it rather gives, I think, credibility to the reports in general as something that you would not have expected, but it does not directly tell against Trump. So here we go. Summary. Kremlin concerned that political fallout from DNC email hacking operation is spiraling out of control. Extreme nervousness among Trump's associates as a result of negative media attention and accusations. Russians, meanwhile, keen to cool situation and maintain, quote, plausible deniability of existing ongoing pro-Trump and anti-Clinton operations. Therefore, unlikely to be any ratcheting up offensive plays in immediate future. Source close to Trump campaign, however, confirms regular exchange with Kremlin has existed for at least 8 years, including intelligence fed back to Russia on oligarchs' activities in the United States. Russians apparently have promised not to use Kompromat they hold on Trump as leverage, given the high levels of voluntary cooperation forthcoming from his team. Well, I guess I was exaggerating. There is some stuff here that does tell against Trump. Detail. Speaking in confidence to a trusted associate in late July 2016, a Russian emigre figure close to the Republican U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump's campaign team commented on the fallout from publicity surrounding the Democratic National Committee, DNC, email hacking scandal. The emigre said there was a high level of anxiety within the Trump team as a result of various accusations leveled against them and indications from the Kremlin that President Putin and others in the leadership thought things had gone too far now and risked spiraling out of control. 2. Continuing on this theme, the emigre associate of Trump opined that the Kremlin wanted the situation to calm, but for plausible deniability to be maintained concerning its extensive pro-Trump and anti-Clinton operations. She or he therefore judged that it was unlikely these would be ratcheted up, at least for the time being. 3. However, in terms of established operational liaison between the Trump team and the Kremlin, the emigre confirmed that an intelligence exchange had been running between them for at least 8 years. Within this context, Putin's priority requirements had been for intelligence on the activities, business and otherwise, in the United States of leading Russian oligarchs and their families. Trump and his associates duly had obtained and supplied the Kremlin with this information. 4. Finally, the emigre said she or he understood the Kremlin had more intelligence on Clinton and her campaign, but he did not know the details or when or if it would be released. As far as Kompromat, compromising information on Trump, were concerned, although there was plenty of this, he understood the Kremlin had given its word that it would not be deployed against the Republican presidential candidate, given how helpful and how cooperative his team had been over several years, and particularly of late. And that report is dated 30th of July, 2016. Thank you for tuning in, and please tune in again for the next report.